Hello, everybody. My name is Kenneth. I just wanted to talk to you for just a few moments about how I managed to lose over 100 pounds this past year. Weight is something that I'm sure a lot of people struggle with, especially here in the United States. But I actually have a pair of pants that this time last year, I was wearing. And you can see that they are from King Size Direct, which, specializes in really large sizes. And I'm not sure if you can see that tag there, but it was size 68 in the waist. And to be honest about it, I had got to the point where even these were getting tight. So my best guess at what I actually, or at least my most modest guess at what I weighed, my top weight was around 450 pounds. The weight that was confirmed by a doctor when I was at my most obese was 437. Boy, that was a really bad day. Oh gosh, I would have never dreamed that I was over 400 pounds. Anyways, um, this past year I lost a good bit of weight. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you how much weight I've lost. All right. So this is 68. Here's my side. This is how much weight I've lost. So I'm actually now a 50 at 50-inch waist. So I'm really excited. I'm feeling a lot better. Um, but anyways, I thought I need to make some videos to kind of encourage other people, and give them an idea of just how I managed to do it. Realizing that losing weight, when it comes to gaining weight and stuff, people gain weight for different reasons. Some have thyroid issues, and some have, depression issues. And so there's different reasons why people, become obese. And so for that reason, what worked for me may not work for you. You know, you have to find out what's causing it for you and try to resolve that issue. So, with me, I was bored. I was bored all the time. And I've always been I've always drank a lot, Mountain Dews, and especially Mountain Dews when I was growing up. I was always super skinny. I was skinny till I was in my early 30s, and I was the skinniest one in my family. I weighed 205 pounds most of my life up until I reached my 30s, and then when I hit 30, my metabolism just came to a screeching halt. It was a labor of love to lean over to the arm of the sofa to get the remote. So I just became very lethargic. But you know, all those calories, that I was drinking, was catching up to me. When I would make sweet tea, I would make it really sweet. Being here in the South, you know what I'm talking about. So, anyways, because we love our sweet tea. So, anyways, um, it's definitely been a hard road, but I thank God that God gave me grace to do it. One day I just sat down and I just had to talk with God about it. I said, look here, God, I don't want to die like this, and I'm sure you don't want me to die like this. And if you don't help, I'm going to die like this. So, and you know what? He came to my rescue, and the weight began to come off, and then I began to realize that I, was addicted to sugar. And so, I go on and if you get an opportunity, watch the other videos on this series. Um, I begin to talk about how, sugar is addicting, and the food companies know this. And then I began to talk about later on in some of the other episodes in this series about how after I had started losing the weight, I started feeling better just from cutting the sugar out. And then I added a exercise routine, but I waited until I was ready. I didn't try to force myself to do it. I wanted to do it at that point. Because I was already losing weight because I'd cut a lot of the sugar out of my diet, or almost all the sugar out of my diet, and I broke the addiction. I'll talk about that in a later episode, um, and how you can do that, because I did a lot of research on that. And so there's some stuff that you need to know about that may help you. And so, and I hope these videos do help you. But anyways, I have to tell you, I I also learned a different strategy Once a couple of months had passed and I started losing weight, and all of a sudden one day I woke up and I felt like going for a walk. And from that point on, I began to exercise. And you know what? I learned some key points that helped me stick to it. I had always, when I was really, really big, before I started losing all the weight, I would try an exercise routine. I would try to start an exercise routine, and then I would just couldn't do it. After about a week, I would stop and had no interest in doing it whatsoever. And I finally figured out what I was doing wrong there. And I think a lot of people make the same mistake that I was making. So I talk about that later on also in this series. So if you get a chance, go back or go on down and listen to parts 2, 3, and 4. And I think you'll find that it'll help you. And I certainly hope it does. Anyways, that's all for today. God bless y'all and take care. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.